2 days in a row. We're killing it. We're pumping out content faster than I can even think of ideas. It's awesome. So, this video, we're going to talk about a specific senator from Tennessee who has some choice words to say about Joe Biden's plan for American families. Before we get into that, I want to let you know and remind you that I'm on Substack. If you want to get this video a day early, it's already on my Substack page right now. If you go over there, first link in the description, midwestconversation.substack.com. Subscribe there, and I'll see you when I see you. Tennessee Senator Marsha Blackburn was on Fox Business the other day after Joe Biden addressed Congress. She had some critiques of his American Families Plan. As you know, that the plan specifically has money in there for education, free PreK, childcare, 2 years of free community college, etc., etc. She calls it the anti-families plan. Take a listen to what she said on Fox Business.
Plus, what this would do is incentivize women to rely on the federal government to organize their lives. It takes away from them the ability to organize their family life as they would like to organize it.
She says it incentivizes women to rely on the federal government to organize their lives. It takes away their ability to organize their family lives the way they want to. Notice how she says the exact same thing in two different sentences, because this is her trying to grasp at straws, because she knows that this isn't the federal government taking away the ability for women to organize their lives. It's just simply not. The reason she thinks it's the federal government taking away women's ability to organize their lives is because of the 3-year-old PreK and the 2-year college situation. Take a listen to what she says about that.
3-year-old PreK, they're going to mandate this. 2 years of college, whether you like it or not. These are the things that take away choices from the American people. They give them a great big fat tax bill that they're going to pay. It means they're going to have less take-home pay in that paycheck every month. And the government is just saying, we're going to take our share first and foremost.
So she makes it sound like we have no choice. She makes it sound like the federal government is going to require you to put your child into mandatory PreK or mandate the 2-year college program, which is so incredibly false. Nobody is forcing anybody to do anything. You can decide whether you put your child in daycare or not, and you can also decide if you want to go to college for 2 years for free after you graduate high school. And by the way, the free PreK is only for certain families that can't afford it. In the American Families Plan, he says that low-income and middle-income families low-income families can have PreK for 3-year-olds and 4-year-olds for free. Middle-income families can have it price adjusted, and then for those who are making it, getting by, no family will pay more than 7% of their income. So the way she's putting this out to the Fox viewers is, if you have a child that's 3 years old, the federal government is going to make sure that that child goes to PreK. You have no say in the matter. And then she's also saying, if you just have a child who just graduated high school, well, the federal government is going to mandate the fact that he or she is going to school for the next 2 years. Nothing you can do about it, which is not true at all. That is completely wrong. Nobody's forcing anybody to do anything. And then she goes on to talk about the tax increases. She says they're going to send you a big fat tax bill. Take a listen.
Up your taxes, and all of these businesses, small businesses, mom and pop shops that are there on Main Street that we're looking to expand, they're not going to be able to do that because the cap gains rate, which directly affects all these small business employers, all of these small business manufacturers, they're in rural America, small towns. This is something that will be a gut punch to these.
So she talks about how small businesses aren't going to be able to make it because the taxes are going to go up. Well, the tax increase, yes, there will be tax increases for this plan, but it's going to be a corporate gains tax And the plan specifically states that if you make less than $400,000 per year, your taxes are not going to go up at all, right? And let me tell you, people making $400,000 or more a year aren't worried about how they're going to put their kid through childcare. They've got it figured out. And another thing, the capital gains tax. The capital gains tax, she says, somehow will kill small businesses because the capital gains tax will increase. Well, first of all, that idea didn't even make it into the bill. There isn't a capital gains tax increase in this version of the American Families Plan. And the idea that was floated, the capital gains tax rate wouldn't be increased until you make over $1 million. Tell me what small business in rural America is making more than $1 million in the stock market. There aren't any. The next thing she says is probably my favorite part, because she says, quote, a fast drive to socialism. Take a listen.
These guys are trying to do a fast drive to socialism, upping your taxes, federalizing elections, packing the courts, the Green New Deal. It is unbelievable the way they're trying to radically transform this country. And quite honestly, people they don't know if Joe Biden is really in control of this or if it is his staff and the old Obama team that are making these decisions. This does not serve the American people well, and I'm going to fight it every step of the way.
This is my favorite argument, when people try and ridicule or scrutinize large spending bills, when they use the word socialism. First of all, with this specific idea that she's critiquing, the American Families Plan, every other first world developed country on planet Earth has some sort of this type of plan, whether it be free childcare or paid family leave or universal college. America is radical for not having those programs if you look at the rest of the developed world, right? And on another thing, these people don't even know what socialism is, because having free childcare, and we'll even go free healthcare, and we'll even say free college, that's not the definition of socialism. The definition of socialism is when people control the means of production. That's the definition of socialism. This is just a country trying to help its citizens that are struggling to get by. That's all this is. So I want to wrap this up. I was going to wrap it up there. But then I got to thinking, right, dude? We were thinking in our brains. I was going to end with that. I was going to end with the whole rant about socialism. But then I was confused. I was looking into this a little bit more because I was thinking to myself, why would somebody say that the federal government trying to help struggling families with early child care is a bad thing? If you finish that video, that Fox Business clip, she ends up calling the plan disgusting. And I was like, how could somebody think that's disgusting? Genuinely, I was trying to figure this out. If you talk to any education specialist, early childhood education is the most important aspect of any sort of education you can get. Children learn basic reading and writing skills, shapes and colors, all that sort of stuff, but they also learn skills that are maybe even a little bit more important than that. They learn social skills, right? They learn how to problem solve with their peers. They learn compassion. They learn empathy through interacting with other children, okay? Not to mention, it's great for your immune system, right? Being packed close with other little kids who eat things off the ground. It's great for child immune systems, right? So why would Senator Blackburn say that this plan is anti-family? Well, the answer is simple. You just follow the money, baby. Over the last 5 years, one organization has poured more than $200,000 into her campaign. That organization is called the Club for Growth, and they have, under the education tab on their website, the first policy recommendation on that education tab is, quote, close down the U.S. Department of Education and end the federal government's role in education. The opening paragraph on the education, on their webpage, the opening paragraph right? On their education page on the website for the Club for Growth. The opening paragraph is, quote, "Too many public schools are failing at their job of educating students." Really? Well, maybe that's because the public education system is extremely underfunded. That could be right? So now it all makes sense. Senator Blackburn doesn't give a damn about families. She doesn't give a damn about women. She doesn't give a damn about education in general. All she cares about is if she goes on Fox Business, she knows that if she postures in the right direction and says the right amount of BS, that these companies and these organizations will keep the money flowing. Well, there you have it. Another video down. I wanted to thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Share with a friend if you want. First link in the description is the Substack. You go on there, you click on it, you type your email. Every time I make a post, whether it be a video like the one you're watching now, or a written piece I put together, comes to your inbox first, a day early, baby. So click on that, subscribe to that, and I'll see you next time.